Hello and welcome back to Miss Piana's math lesson videos. Today we're going over the information you need to know for checkpoint number 2. So here we have an equation, 2x equals 10. We know it's an equation because it has an equal sign and an answer. I have arrows pointing to different parts, and we're going to talk about the words we use to describe each arrow. So we're going to start with x. X is a variable. We can see here for our definition, a variable is a letter in an equation. This letter represents a number. We don't know what that number is yet, so we're going to keep it as a variable. Now, a common misconception is that this is the multiplication sign. It's not. It is a letter, and we're going to keep it as a letter. It does not mean to multiply. Here we have an arrow pointing to 2. That's our coefficient. So, a coefficient is a number that comes before the variable. It tells us that we're going to multiply x by 2. 2 times x. Even though there's no multiplication sign, because the number comes next to the variable, we know that we're going to multiply those together. And then if we look at this equation, we know that x equals 5 because 2 times 5 equals 10. So right here, x equals 5 is our solution. And we can look here for our definition. Solution is a number that makes the equation true. So we substitute 5 for x. So instead of x, we replace it with the number 5. And so now we have 2 times 5 equals 10. And because that is true, 2 times 5 does equal 10, we know that the solution works and that this equation, when x equals 5, is true. So let's look at some examples. We have x plus 5 equals 15. X is our variable, and we're looking at x equals 2 to decide if that is a solution and if it makes the equation true. So if we replace 2 with x, so now we have 2 plus 5, does that equal 15? It doesn't. 2 plus 5 equals 7. So that is not a solution, it makes it false. This equation would not be true if x equals 2. Let's look at our next example. We have 5 times x equals 25. So x, again, is our variable. Now, variables could be any letter. It could be an x, could be a y, could be an m, any variable, any letter. But here we have x is our variable. Our coefficient is 5, which means we're going to multiply 5 times x. And then we're looking at the solution x equals 5. So if we replace x with the number 5, 5 times 5, does that equal 25? It does. So this is true. This makes the equation true because 5 times 5 does equal 25. And then this is our solution. Okay? X equals 5 is our solution because it makes the equation true. X equals 2 is not a solution because it does not make the equation true. But x equals 5 is our solution because 5 times 5 equals 25. So that is all the information you need to know. If you get stuck on the work today, please join Google Meet so you can ask me questions. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Miss Piana's math lesson videos.